This morning's meditation. Welcome, welcome, and blessings. Today's theme, we are working with the honeybees, a very specific field of connection, feminine, and geometry. So they really harness the sweet nectar, the honey of flying and defying gravity, um, as well as encompassing that energetic of the flame, right? They navigate the flame, encompassing both the energetic of the essence of the flame and then navigating through the geometries and making the impossible happen, kind of like what we are up to as humans. So, kind of interesting dynamic. Um, so, yeah, I want to just drop in with that. They are navigating in that sixth dimensional realm. So I want to attune us to that frequency and go from there. So we're going to start today off with light link. Go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, closing your eyes. Nice inhale and exhale, and swirling around as you connect to the sun and feeling its golden rays shining down upon you. And to the purpose of this week's meditations is just your extra sensory perceptions, right? The bees navigate as we often are navigating without tuning in. We really just pay attention to our five major sensory perceptors without really tuning into our extra sensory perceptors. So really what I want to have you focus on is that song of the honeybee, how it sings, how it resonates for you, and feeling that frequency. So, what that means for each of us as you tune into the sun is just the light of the sun, feeling its frequency, navigating through your inner vision. And how do you, when you turn your inner vision on, where do you begin? What are the first impulses and hits that you get when you connect to your inner vision? So we're starting with the light link, the golden rays of the sun. Where do you go first? Do you imagine the sun and just gazing up at it? Do you feel its warmth? Or do you go straight to the geometries? Do you see the orb of the sun? Is it light that transforms into a disc? Does that disc begin to spin and draw you in? Let yourself feel all of these connections. Let yourself connect to the pulse, to the pull, if you will, of all of these fields of energy. And as you feel those fields of energy, let the light pull you in one direction or another. Maybe you feel pulled to the sun, or maybe you pull the sun towards you. As you start to pull the sun towards you, let yourself shift into the sixth dimensional light geometrical realm. Let a pulsing start to move. And maybe you don't see it, but you sense it in your heartbeat. You sense it in the earth. You sense a pulsing from the earth emanating up and around you. As you sense that pulsing, you feel the grass moving around you as you imagine it at your feet. Maybe you feel the waves pulsing around you, the ebb and the flow, the sway of the trees gently in the breeze, the pulsing all around you as you breathe in and out. Notice how it almost feels as though you had lost track of your breath, and all of that observation was held within one gentle breath. On the next inhale and exhale, let yourself begin to observe another sensory perception. Let the colors shift in your mind's eye. Let the bee guide you deeper. So often today we hear of the bees and how we're losing our bees from the chemicals and the pesticides and the spraying and just the electromagnetic frequencies, the sacrifice of the bees. Maybe the bees are giving themselves to the earth so that we may receive their frequency. As much as I hate to think of it that way, let's not let their sacrifice be in vain. And in turn, let's do things to save our bees. Let's feel their essence. Let's feel them moving through our mind, the geometries, the colors shifting. Feel the buzz, their sound, whether you've always liked or felt drawn to bees or not. They have incredible insight that we can gain from the ways in which they navigate. Those little bees fly over 10 miles away from their hive and back again, all geometrically navigating. Scent and geometry that they see. Now start to take in the colors and the flowers, the contrast of light around you, not as your human eyes perceive, just the room, the shift of color, the different aspects and ways in which you connect to it. Let yourself perceive, let your mind open and receive different impulses of light in ways that it hasn't before. Send signals through your brain around and through paths that it hasn't gone before. Imagine a bee in your mind creating new hive. Let yourself receive the medicine of the bee. Breathing in and out. And so it is from here that our journey begins today. I want you to envision yourself flying with the bee. And instead of going 10 miles, we're going to go dimensionally out, not just through space and time, but navigating across the dimensions to a sacred site, a sacred place. Maybe it is on Earth, across state lines, somewhere here on the land where you're meant to travel to as we start to shift season and space and time. Maybe it's across an ocean or a body of water, and you are meant to fly and defy, following this bee as it makes its little loops, following the magnetic way lines. But as you head out with this bee across the land, don't even worry about direction or space or time. Just let yourself find yourself flying through a field, almost as though you're following the geometries, little figure eights of light in golds and purples and blues, flitting along above the fields, feeling the energy of the fields connecting you, one figure eight looping together with the next and the next and the next, like a chain of light, connecting you to your destination as you fly and defy gravity, as you fly and defy space and time, as you fly and defy reality. And as you find your bee landing on a flower, let yourself be guided with this flower to that dimension, that particular space and time. Let yourself land, let your feet hit the earth around you. Let yourself draw the flower with the bee up as you rise up into your form. Notice, are you here on earth? Have you traveled? Have you astral projected with the bee? As you gaze at the scenery around you, are there golden cities rising to the sky? In the distance, are there mountains? Are there angels? Are there other people nearby in the field, or are you alone? Are there kids nearby? Let yourself take in this scenery. Are you standing in a garden in front of a home that you have yet in this lifetime to call your own? Let yourself journey down that path into that home. Let yourself feel the door open with the windows blowing in the breeze. Let yourself journey deep in, finding, set out on a table, a cup of tea, and a spoonful of honey. As you mix the honey in to your tea, you sit down at the table and find a letter for yourself. On the letter, a crystal that you've left behind. And on that letter, a word written that clearly comes through. For you in this moment in time. And in you, as you sit at this table, drinking that tea, you start to hear voices and feel family and connection and community. And laughter. And you know, is a tear of recognition, of light, of love, of timelessness, of life and its full circle reality comes to fruition as the seeds that you've sown now, the song of the bee reaches its crescendo, the blossoming of the flower coming to life again in its eternal cycle of planting and harvesting over and over. And a smile comes across your lips. And you feel joy. And you feel that hive that you've built all around you. And the sweetness, with the honey that you've curated, and all the pollen seeds that have gone into it, and all the dimensions you've traveled, in the times you've flown, defying gravity. coming to fruition. For this is the song of the bee, sweetness of life, over and over, again and again. The flame brought to form, love, the norm. Nice deep breath in as you bring all of this vision into your body, into your heart, all of these ways of seeing in this new circuitry into your mind. You hear the buzz of the bee, letting it attune you to its particular frequency, coming all the way back into the room, into the moment. As we make our way back, nice deep breath in. And welcome back. Namaste. So much love. I will see you all tomorrow.